Hey everyone, this is Michael with the general love reading for Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, as well as Gemini Cross Watchers. Hello and welcome to Heart of the Matter, where we take a deep dive into our relationships and our own patterns, our own subconscious, to enrich and deepen our connection with other people. I hope this video finds you all well. Thanks to all of you who have supported this channel with your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. It's because of all of you I have been able to continue putting out these messages, and I greatly appreciate that. It is such a gift to be able to do this work. So thank you all again for welcoming me. I hope you feel as welcome on this channel as you have made me feel on YouTube. You can follow me on my other social media as well, where I post pick-a-card readings, general card readings, giveaways, blog posts, astrological forecasts. All of that is in the description box, as well as links for personal readings, Reiki sessions, and donations, if you feel so called. Now, I'm going to start shuffling the cards for you, Gemini. As I'm doing that, I'm just going to give my brief disclaimer that these are general messages and they may or may not resonate with you. If they don't resonate, that's totally fine. You are more than welcome to look at some of the other videos I have done, or you can check out even some of the other readers. My friend Ellie at the Starlight Archivist is a very good reader. She's just starting out on YouTube, but she's been reading for over a decade now, and she's absolutely incredible. You can find her at the Starlight Archivist, or you can also see her on my featured channel section on my YouTube homepage. These messages are timeless, regardless of whether you're watching them months or even years after the original post date. You're, again, more than welcome to take a look at some of the previous months for the Heart of the Matter readings, or you can also look at the general monthly readings as well. I do also have a natal chart calculator for those of you who don't know what your moon, rising, and Venus signs are. You can use that calculator to help figure out what those placements are for you, and it can be really good, especially the moon and Venus signs, for love readings, to kind of know what those are. You may also find in these readings these roles are switched, especially if you are cross-watching, so the other person's energy could be your own energy or vice versa. And finally, you may even find that what I'm interpreting, the energy I'm picking up, may actually apply to a friend, family member, or coworker. It might not even be necessarily a romantic relationship. And as always, just take these messages as they apply and leave the rest behind for someone else. So let's see, what do we have for Gemini? One more card, please. Actually, a few. I'll do a few more before we get started. Interesting. Okay. So overall energy, we do have the Two of Wands. I do feel like right away there's this big emphasis on the future for you, Gemini. Looking into the future, maybe with this person, maybe for yourself, your own life. Where am I going from here? Some of you may actually be looking at traveling. That could be a possibility for some of you with this Two of Wands. Sometimes can indicate long distance travel or travel abroad even. Could also be dealing with someone who is a distance, a ways away from you right now. There could actually be physical distance between you and the person you're connecting to for this reading. I do feel like with your fears and worries, we have the Temperance card. Kind of interesting because this can be Sagittarius energy, so you could be worried about a Sagittarius. But this card also represents balance, patience, divine timing. You may be feeling like what it is you want feels so far away. Maybe you just broke up, or maybe you've just been single for so long, and it's like you can't imagine what you want being so close. You can't imagine what you want happening anytime for you soon. And to be honest, Gemini, I feel like it's so important for you to figure out what it is you want out of your life, to figure out how you want to live that for you, because that's how you know when the right person comes in. So there's definitely a lot of emphasis on looking into the future, and your person is feeling a little bit stuck here with this Eight of Swords. There could be a lot of anxiety and not seeing something. Because with the Eight of Swords, it's like being stuck in your mind, being stuck in the chrysalis here. This transformation process that has gone on has already occurred, but now someone needs to spread their wings. Someone kind of needs to fly. I feel like some of them are just feeling stuck in their situation as well. Maybe they feel like they can't open up. I do see for your blockage, which is either blocking this connection with this person or blocking it from coming in, blocking love from coming in, we have the Son of Swords and the Daughter of Wands. This is actually your energy, Gemini. The Son of Swords, or the Knight of Swords as represented in the traditional tarot. It can be air sign energy, but it's usually Gemini or a really late Taurus. I almost feel like this is you holding yourself back. There's a lot of self-sabotage that's going on here. There's a lot of creative blocks you're experiencing. And it's like you want to start off on this new adventure with this Daughter of Wands, this Page of Wands. But it's like, it seems so far. It's like everything you want doesn't feel attainable. Whether, including this person, but also other areas of your life too. With the Empress and the Ace of Swords as your person's blockage, they're really stuck on some old hurt. That's something I'm really getting, because when the Empress shows up to me with this specific deck, it talks about someone who's able to love again. They're willing to love again. I feel like your person is still quite wounded. They're having a hard time communicating with this Ace of Swords as a blockage. Maybe there's something they haven't quite realized or processed either. And maybe that's why it seems so far. It's like this person still, this person still needs to do a lot of work. You could also be dealing with a Libra or Taurus person. Or someone who has heavy placements in either of those signs. They're just not communicating a lot right now. They may not know how to say something. And if this is like a long disconnection, which for some of you this is a long distance thing with this Two of Wands, this is absolutely killing the connection. This lack of communication. And this lack of vulnerability. It might not be you who's actually feeling so stuck. It could be this other person. Could be both of you, but I'm just getting this feeling someone's feeling really stuck. And I definitely feel like there's always a reflective element in relationships. They're always showing us things about ourselves. Let's see, what are the other messages here for my Gemini? You want to build something that you can celebrate, Gemini, with this Father of Pentacles, or the King of Pentacles in traditional tarot, and the Three of Cups. And I was feeling like there's more goals here than just relationship goals that are on the table. And I feel like a lot of the time, what I'm kind of getting for this specific group, again, general message, it's not going to apply to all of you, but it's like you kind of get your spark and your inspiration from other people as opposed to finding that from yourself or by doing the things that you want. Because when we follow our own intuition, when we follow our own flow, we're naturally going to feel a feeling of inspiration. And even if it seems insignificant, even if it's like, I need to go, I feel like I just want to take a walk in the park, and you don't feel like that's a productive thing, on a spiritual level, by doing that, by following your flow, you are stepping into this inspiration. You're coming back into alignment with yourself. And it really can be incremental steps like that, especially if it feels like the thing you're after seems so far away. You can't jump the Grand Canyon. You have to kind of ease yourself in there incrementally. I do feel like you want to build something. You want to actually... Some of you might want to be provided for, but I actually feel like you want to do something that gives back to other people and gives to this person. It's almost like you want to inspire this person with what you do. For their hopes and desires, we actually have the Death and the Hermit card. Yeah, there's definitely something they need to move on from. They're so in hermit mode. They are so withdrawn. That is totally the energy I'm getting. For some of you, there's actually a physical distance between you. That can actually kind of be indicated by the Hermit to me as well. Someone kind of up in the mountains here by themselves. I really feel like there's something they're still processing though. We're also looking at Virgo and Scorpio energy. They want to connect too. I think they want to bring an end to this hermit cycle. They're really learning how to open up, but they're afraid to. They don't know how to. They've definitely been going through kind of a lonely period. And I think at one point they needed to do that. They needed to withdraw, but now they don't know how to get out of it. You know, they had a broken leg and they used a crutch and it was useful for a while, but now they're kind of afraid of letting that crutch go. I do see with the future energy between the two of you, we actually have the Ace of Cups and the Father of Wands, which looks pretty good. This looks like a pretty passionate and romantic connection, something kind of being, someone opening up, connecting here. But it has to come from a place of personal power. I feel like you both need to really kind of embody this Fire of Wands energy, or I'm sorry, this King of Wands or Father of Wands energy here. And it feels like I know this is a timeless reading, but we keep talking, it keeps coming up in my readings, this Sagittarius energy really early on. I feel like there's something going on Sagittarius season. For a lot of you watching this, someone might be opening up or becoming vulnerable. Maybe asking you out or reaching out as well. Could even be a new person, to be honest with you. Like, this energy feels like such a divide. So there's either going to be a really big shift here by you doing your own shadow work, by you going into your own subconscious. How are you sabotaging yourself, Gemini? I think that's the biggest thing for you to really look at. If you're going to walk away with nothing else from this reading, I want you to really consider and reflect on that. How am I sabotaging myself? Why am I doing that? Where am I not giving myself permission to explore or to create? Maybe you feel like you need to create something with someone else. You definitely want to share your life with someone in a very stable way. And it's almost like, what I'm really getting from this, if this is a connection you recently broke away from, I feel like there could be someone new coming in. And it's almost like, for my Gemini who have been single or are single now, it's like you want something, you can't rush into things anymore. You have this Temperance card here. You have the Knight of Swords and the Page of Wands as your blockage. How you may have behaved in the past. A bit too spontaneous, reckless, not really thinking things through. It's like you want something steady. Maybe starting out as friends, even. You really are. It's like you're coming from a very mature place right now, Gemini. And I feel like there's just this energy around you of someone who is they've withdrawn very hard. And either they are opening up to you or someone new is stepping into the picture. Because I almost get the sense like you're ready and this person isn't. And maybe you kind of need to let go of what specifically it is that you want, or who, rather, specifically you want, and get more in touch with how you want that to feel. But I feel like there is this shift that's happening. I'm going to pull some animal cards now to clarify this energy. What is the animal wisdom for Gemini? Yeah, this new person could be a fire sign. That could be Sagittarius, could also be Leo or Aries. Okay, interesting. I remember the Gemini readings that I did recently were pretty hard, and I feel like a lot of you were going through an end of some kind. I still kind of feel like I'm still picking up on some of the people from that group, that collective, because we do have the bat showing up here as your energy, which is about letting go of what was and welcoming the new dawn. It's almost like this energy of it's darkest before dawn. Maybe that's why things feel so far away, because you're kind of in this dark night of the soul. You're going through a lot of hardship right now, and your world was really radically changed, and now you're looking out here being like, what else is out there for me? Where is this going? Where is everything leading? There's a lot of introspective energy for you this month, Gemini. For your person, I have the Whale. But these kind of came out close together. So I feel like this is actually a card you two are kind of sharing. But with the Whale energy, it's someone who, they're very much at home in the ocean, in the watery realm, in spirituality and emotions, and they're kind of a deep diving person. There's an energy you've been dealing with someone who's very intense, very intensely introverted, or just being very reflective. And this person needs to come up for air. Even though Whale lives in the ocean, it still needs to come up to breathe. If this is a person you haven't seen in a while, there is the possibility they could be resurfacing. I could see that for some of you. That doesn't necessarily mean they're going to come back and want to get back together with you. It could even just be something as simple as they're on your mind a lot, or you're thinking about them, or you're dreaming about them. There's something about their energy that's just around you and reaching out to yours. And sometimes that's just for integration. Sometimes that's just for the sake of healing. But I do see a new offer coming in, a love offer here. If this is a person from the past, I almost feel like there never was a moment where you were really intimately connected. Either you weren't in a committed relationship, or it just never really, this person was very walled off, very closed. Either way, someone is coming in very passionate, very, I almost want to say impressive looking with this Father of Wands energy. And they're opening up to you. And it seems like a really tempting offer here. But you have to stop sabotaging yourself first. And you may realize you don't want to be with someone who's going to withhold from you all the time. You want to be with this Father of Wands, someone who's passionate, who worked really hard, and who gives back. One more card here. Overall energy. Something is coming in with Hawk. A new message, a change in direction. There is this twist of fate here, and it came out with the hummingbird. It feels like a very sweet offer. Something's taking flight here. And it's like, maybe you were kind of so wrapped up in this one thing, it's like, you didn't even expect this at all. And it is important for you to go slowly here. I do want to say that. If there is something that comes in very passionate, very exciting, you kind of know at this point that this needs to be something you need to ease into slowly. For some of you, this could even be a friendship at first that develops into something more. You might not even see this right away as a romantic connection, and then it blossoms into that. Because with Hawk, sometimes there's a change or something that happens that seems very small in the moment, but then years later or months later, we'll look back on it and we'll see just how significant this change was. And with the hummingbird, this is about finding your nectar, finding that source of mana that maintains a high vibration. Seeking out sweetness. I feel like there's a very sweet and loving thing coming in, even if it's just a friend or a family member. There's something very tender here. Because I am getting multiple energies. I'm not just getting one energy for you, Gemini. I'm being honest. It doesn't feel like this is all one person. It feels like there's someone else who's coming in who's helping you. And it could possibly be a new love connection, or maybe this is just someone who is kind of stepping in. Very beautiful. I did also notice this Two of Swords. Some of you may be guarded to this. And again, that's funny. We were talking about self-sabotage. Are you guarded to this because you don't trust this person? Or are you guarded to this because you don't trust yourself? And just think about that. I'm not really going to give you any more answers. I think that's something you kind of need to reflect on. Anyway, Gemini, those are all the messages I am getting for you right now. Be sure to hit like and subscribe. Let me know in the comment section down below what is happening for all of you. If this video did not resonate, again, you are welcome to look at some of the other Heart of the Matter love readings or check out the general monthly readings I have. Otherwise, I will see you all in the next video. Bye, Gemini.